Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again to head back into the indie scene, where up-and-coming developers try their damnedest to produce a product that's both engaging and capable of a long shelf life. I ended up having a lot of fun the last time I did the Indie Showcase back in 2013. When I look back, I didn't really cover much though. Braid, Super Meat Boy, Cave Story, Bastion, Dust and Elysian Tale, and Minecraft. So I'm going to up the ante a bit this time, try and squeeze a few more games in there, assuming it's all smooth sailing of course. Today, however, is a rather short one. Journey, the game that just barely lost to Guacamelee last year when I asked you guys to vote between the two. Well, now it's finally time to give it a look-see just 3 years after it was released. Let us begin the second indie showcase with a game that's exclusive to Sony, produced by That Game Company. No, I mean that's what they're called, That Game Company. You just gotta add that unscrupulous tone when talking about That Game Company. Co-founded by Kelly Santiago and Genova Chen. So far they seem to have 3 games under their belt. Flow, which I never heard of until now, Flower, which I did hear of but never played, and the game we're focusing on today, Journey. Maybe I should have played the other 2 games beforehand and get a sense of what they're trying to accomplish. Something tells me it wouldn't really matter, but one of the things I enjoy doing is seeing how accessible the game is just by jumping in head first. From what I've seen from trailers of all 3 games, they look nothing alike, so I think I'll be fine. However, Journey, I don't think I can classify this as a game. It's interactive, yes, but only in a very simplistic manner compared to other games where you move and jump on a 3-dimensional plane. You control a wandering traveler who, through copious amounts of sand and architecture, makes a beeline towards this mountain with a shining beacon on top. From the very moment you begin playing, you are given your final destination, so now it's a matter of the journey and what you experience. In fact, that's the best way I can put it. Journey is an experience rather than a traditional video game. An experience with a story and one it wants to express with absolutely no dialogue, no expository banter, and one you can finish in about 3 hours. Despite the mountain looking so far away, you'll reach it in no time as you solve incredibly basic obstacles and avoid the 1 or 2 enemies you'll eventually encounter. Clearly, it's not about reaching the end, it's what you make of the adventure. So what can I make of the adventure? Okay, look folks, I may have said this before, but I'll say it again. I'm not what you would call sophisticated. You can go into extreme detail about how this sandwich right here is made from the finest quality meats and cheeses that are only available when the planets align, and that the creator of the sandwich meant for it to be enjoyed in a specific manner. Meanwhile, while the person was explaining all that, I already ate the damn thing because it's food and I was hungry. I'm not the kind of guy that can give you a 30-minute long thesis on what Journey is trying to invoke. Even if I did, it's just my perspective and not necessarily the right one. Now, a 15-minute long Sonic 06 review? Oh, I can do that. The best I can do for you with a type of game like this is to tell you about my experience, both of them, as I played it twice, and they were fine. First off, gorgeous visuals. I was captivated by this sand surfing sequence. It makes me sad that I had to compress it into a 720p video on YouTube. And the music was remarkable in emphasizing what was happening on screen. I read that this score, composed by Austin Wintory, was nominated for a Grammy, and deservedly so. I nearly welled up by how beautiful it got at times. But remove the visuals and the score and you're left with something I barely categorize as gameplay. I absorb pieces of cloth to make my scarf longer, which lets me jump higher and fly at points, and then I use my voice command to activate stuff so that I can move on to the next location. I surf here one time, I avoid tough winds here one time, and that's honestly about it. Yeah, there are other optional things to consider, like these glowing runes which unlock a white cloak for repeated playthroughs, and these wall panels that probably add some context to the world around you. Maybe, depends on how you look at things. None of it really changes anything in the grander scheme of things, it's just there for you to collect and perhaps a trophy. Journey has online multiplayer functionality where if you're signed into the network and play the game while someone else is doing the same, there's a chance you two can meet up and journey together. I don't think you can invite players, I think it's up to the game. Because I was jumping onto this train 3 years late, I thought I wasn't going to find anyone, but I was surprised to see some drifters here and there, and you know, I think Journey is a better experience when you have other people to explore with. These faceless wanderers helped me find some glowing runes I didn't know about, and even an Easter egg here and there. If your name is up here, thanks for showing me a thing or two, it was quite nice. $15 though for a title that's more about how it makes you feel rather than getting enjoyment from what it offers in gameplay. I thought it should have been $10 at most. After you play it once, I don't think repeated visits will have the same impact as the first one, should Journey have made an impact on you at all. There's something to be said about how meeting someone online can make a second run interesting in its own right, but then you're back to the same problem once you finish that run. If you were looking for something that has more meat to it, and by that I mean physical meat, not philosophical meat, I'd say pass on this one. But if you're looking for an experience, I'd say go for it. Use a gift card, tax refund, wait for a sale if that should happen. Journey is a visual and auditory marvel, but not one I could recommend to a lot of people as a video game. Really, I think trying to recommend or not recommend Journey is more of a hassle than playing the game itself. It's all a matter of whether or not you're willing to burn a few bucks. Now here's the part where I ask for your recommendations on what sort of indie titles I should look at for this showcase. After the next review, I'll make a straw poll consisting of the most popular picks, and then I'll make reviews on the top 3 selections. I already have some titles picked for this marathon, but I won't disclose them because I like to keep you guys in suspense. Feel free to type something in the comments anyway, or pitch me a recommendation on my Twitter at Somecallmejohn. So what's up next? Only something people have been clamoring for me to do before I even thought about doing a second indie showcase. And I'm guessing a lot of you probably already know what it is, so I'm gonna go get to work on that.